Imagine a verdant paradise that stands as a convergence of worlds, a living temple of native wilderness, a place where the full potential of inherent human and earth magic can be seen, felt, and understood. A space that attracts the brightest and best of educators on the leading edge. A place of permaculture designed for the benefit of future generations.
Hello, hello, hello. I have a question for you. Have you ever felt completely lost? You know, seeking purposeful direction that could and should propel your mission within your divine journey to that next level, but still it hasn't happened. Well, my name is Lauren Michaels Harris, and I'm the founder of P3, the Journey Series. People come to me because they're wounded. Many are scared, and even there are those who are bruised simply because they feel that they are increasingly, for whatever reason, losing their ability to dream. Now, this P3 program is not for a person who's just looking to start a business, no, but rather for those of you out there who have been on your journey and you've been navigating within your divine purpose, but you still desire to elevate to that level that you have not reached yet. If this is appealing, if this describes you, then I want to have a chat with you. I want to hear your story. So use the link below to get registered for your free seat at P3, the Journey Series. And let's get started, one story at a time. I'll see you inside. Click the link.
Good morning, everybody. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of The Whole Living Show. I am super excited, as always, to be here today with you, and super excited about the guest that I have waiting backstage. I hope she is ready for this. I'm sure she is. She's always ready. Love this young lady. So before I get into who my guest is for today, just wanted to mention to everybody something in the news, because we are going to be talking about manifesting today. And I just got an alert on my phone, so figured I would talk about it this morning. You know how things pop up on you on purpose, right? People say that, oh, well, it just happened. Nope, it didn't just happen. It's really on purpose. Well, this morning when I'm looking at the news on my phone, what popped up was that lottery winner, $1.3 billion in Illinois, has not come forward to claim their winnings. Now, if this person decides to take the lump sum up front, they're getting like $750 something million, or they can do an annuity over a certain period of time. But the total of the winnings was $1.34 billion. Now, what do you guys think out there about this person who has not claimed? If they're like me and they play these large lottery jackpots, I don't really depend on it. I play for fun, really. And I usually won't check my ticket unless they say that the winner was in my state, right? So maybe this person wasn't even paying attention to even hear that the winnings was from Illinois, where they are, or where they were visiting, and they probably maybe don't even know that they've won, or maybe they're being strategic about claiming it. Maybe they're waiting for the hype to be done. That's a lot of money. And, it could be pretty scary for some people, right? When you're claiming money and you have people coming out of the woodworks and they want you to invest in certain things and they want to borrow money. And so maybe this person is just waiting for the hype to die down, right? Because it has a little bit, but the news is still reporting it now because the person has not claimed it. And in some states, you are required to make it public, which I think is a disgrace, because people should not be required to make public their winnings. If they're going to pay taxes and all that good stuff on it in their state and federally, they should not have to make it public. So I'm not sure why this person is not claiming their ticket, but they have 1 year in the state of Illinois to actually claim their earnings. So I hope that they do prior to next July 2023. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that, because most people say, right, when I have more money, when my kids are out of school, when I will do X, Y, and Z that I dream of. We are going to tell you today that you do not have to wait for the win. Some people say, if I hit the lottery, I'll do X, Y, and Z, which is why I wanted to mention that this morning, because we are talking about manifesting. And my guest backstage will tell you that you do not have to wait. You don't have to wait for the lottery earnings. You don't have to wait for the kids to get out of school. You don't have to wait for the time to be right. The time is right today. So I can't wait, because this person, she is amazing. She is full of energy and life. She brings joy to my life. I'm so glad that we met. So glad that God saw it fit to put her in my life. So let me give you a little backstory. We were at a conference in New Jersey. I think that was Edison, New Jersey, pre-COVID, it was a real estate conference with Tony Robbins as the headliner. So absolutely love Tony Robbins, the speaker, the motivator, right? We were out there getting our good juju from this particular conference, getting some great information, and getting all the motivation. And we happened to meet after the conference was over outside. We were with now a former mentor of mine, and hers. We were with that person, and her and two of her beautiful people who are also my friends, two of her beautiful friends, were also in the car with her and stopped my mentor, just to really find out, who he was and what he was all about and what he was doing. And we ended up meeting, and we have stayed connected. I'm no longer with that particular mentor, but I always stay connected with this beautiful young lady because I absolutely love her. And I'm just going to read her bio to everybody out there. But listen, if you don't know her, you need to get to know her, and we're going to give you her information. But Lori Crosby, better known, or not better known, but highly known, she says, as Miss Manifest. And we're going to tell you why. She's going to get into why her name is Miss Manifest. And she lives true to her name. She is CEO and founder of Achieving Wealth Effortlessly. I absolutely love that name. Servicing members of her manifestation hour, which I am a part of on Monday evening. So if you want some of that, you'll reach out to Lori as well, with indisputable techniques in mastering their higher self. Miss Manifest attracts spiritual entrepreneurs while guiding clients through her strengths of leadership and time management, organization, passion, and accountability. And I bet she will say these are some of the reasons why you do not need to wait until the win. So connecting with this manifest is not only an experience, but a radiant high frequency. And let me tell you, she is always on high frequency of responsibility, proving tools and resources for spiritual entrepreneurs, in achieving wealth effortlessly. Notably, Miss Manifest is an award-winning international best-selling author of Spiritual Fitness Survivor 2, which we are both authors in that book, and host of the podcast entitled Start Manifesting Already. See, that's why you don't need to wait. Growing with over 300,000 active listeners available on Spotify. So I want everybody to give her a big, big, big round of applause out there. We want to hear you over the virtual airwaves, and I'm going to bring her in. Hello to my beautiful friend, Miss Manifest. I love her name, and she really lives up to her name. It is apropos for you to be called Miss Manifest. Now, I'm gonna tell on you a little bit here, because I love you, but just so people understand how dedicated you are, not to take this lightly. Miss Man, I reached out to her yesterday to say, hey, beautiful, you are scheduled to be on the show. She texted me back and said that she was not feeling well. She was in pain, but she said, you know what? I'm going to get it together and I'm going to get on because this brings me life. Helping people really brings her life. You can tell, like, it just brings her joy. So that's what she's here to do. So I want you to really give her some love too, because she's here. She was not feeling well. And look how beautiful she looks. And she wasn't even feeling well yesterday. You would never know that, but look at her today. But that just speaks to, the person that she is, and the love and the compassion that she has, and the heart that she has to share and love what she does and share what she does. So you're getting like so many Facebook comments out here. So I want to share. I don't know who this Facebook user is, but they're saying great morning. And somebody's saying, hey, Tracy. We've got Iris Cardona saying morning. We've got our beautiful Nikki Cuesta, who is also in the manifestation hour with us as well. Grand Rising, people are saying. So everybody is just bringing all the love, all these comments. They're saying, oh my God, you look beautiful. That's right, Miss Manifest. Love, Miss Manifest. That's right. We all do. So we've got so many. We've got T, who is our beautiful friend as well. T is one of the people that was in the car when we were there at the conference a few years back. So we just thank you, T, for joining as well. We love you. So, listen, I want to get into this. First of all, I want to give a little bit of your backstory. So, let's start by talking about, from where you've come before you became Miss Manifest. Tell people a little bit about that.
Yes. Hey guys, thank you so much for having me on this show. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes.
Okay. I can't really hear you. It's kind of low. I don't know if you could hear it.
Okay. I'm not sure. So everybody out there.
I was wondering if maybe I could fix the sound, but it's very low.
I can hear you perfectly. So everybody out there, let me know if you can hear me well, because Lori's saying I'm low on her end.
Maybe it's me.
But tell us about Lori Crosby before becoming Miss Manifest.
Yes, Lori Crosby before Miss Manifest. Like, this person was very, very shy, very, I would like to say to myself, I was bullied when I was younger. So I usually tell my story for the people that are out there that can relate, that had that bully story. They went to school. It was miserable for them because of people taking advantage of them and making them feel bad where they don't, feel like they actually know themselves. And I feel like before Miss Manifest was here, that person that existed was somebody that really just was like in a corner. And I wouldn't think that I'll be here to this day. Like, I had to really think in advance, if that makes any sense. The only person that really believed in me was my mother. My mother was my best friend. When I went to school, I really didn't have any friends. I usually just chilled by myself. I created a lot of clubs, a lot of little things where, kids could come together and, bring snacks and candies and just little things like a clubhouse, as a child would do.
Yeah, that's like a prelude to who you are right now. I said that's a prelude to who you are right now. The fact that you did that when you were younger.
Right. So exactly. So sometimes that's why it's good to channel your childhood to see how it affects you in your adulthood, And I would like to, Tracy, you think we could fix the sound some way? Like maybe I could come back in?
Sure.
Work like that?
Because everybody's saying that they can hear us both very clearly.
Oh, really? So it's me.
But I think it's just you that can't hear me that well.
Let me try to fix it because I could barely hear it, and I want to give you the best.
Yeah.
Maybe I have to.
So if you try to turn up your phone, or she's black right now, everybody, just so she can get her sound together. So I'm going to just come on in. She's going out and coming back in. Listen, this is technology today. This is how we do it. But I want everybody out there to tell me, what you are focused on manifesting now. If you're even recognizing that you need to manifest something, but I know you're out there and I know you have dreams and you have goals and you have things that you've always thought about doing. If you have not started them yet, tell us what they are. If you have started them, tell us, what's next in that process and in that journey for you, because Miss Manifest is going to be able to help you. And if you put some questions in the comments, we can get to the questions as well and allow her to answer your questions about what you are looking to manifest. So put that in there, because we're going to come back to that after we hear a little bit about her history and her story and how she became Miss Manifest even. But I wanted to just kind of point out, she's back now, but I wanted to point out, because I was mentioning before when she was giving her story about the fact that she used to start clubs. And this is really just a prelude to, I was saying it was a prelude to who she is right now, because she's doing that now. She's starting these groups. She's got this manifestation hour. She's always thinking about the collect and how we can collaborate, how we can do things better, and how she can help people move forward in their dreams and goals. So I want you to continue with your story, Lori.
Yes, now I feel like I could give my energy because I just couldn't hear. And I'm like, wait, it was messing with my mind. But
Yeah.
anyways, we're back. Yeah, so back to when I was younger. So I started the clubhouses, I brought the snacks, I bought the candies, and nobody would like basically stay in the club. They would take the candies and go. So I was like, oh my goodness, how can I get friends? You know, I didn't understand how everybody was accumulating all these friends and nobody wanted to hang out with me. It was just this weirdest thing. But it was okay because I had my mother. My mother was always my best friend and I always was supported by her. Fast forward, you know, as I got older and I went to junior high school, and things of that nature, it was a trickle effect. I never had those solid friends. I only had like one or two, you know, but then they'll die down and things of that nature, and I couldn't understand it. And I was always being bullied. They was putting gum in my chair, just like calling me all these types of names when I walked into the class. And it was just like hurtful, and I couldn't understand why this was happening. Even my guidance counselor was like, "You're not gonna be nothing when you
Now
get older."
you know I have to stop you because I know everything is on purpose. So talk to people about how you're saying I couldn't understand why this was happening.
Oh yes, overstand because we never understand. We always overstand.
Yeah.
Everything is above. Like we always think bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Understand means you have no knowing, not as much knowing as you should have towards that whatever it is that you're thinking. So
Yeah.
I like to overstand and draw that in and put that out there that
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
always thinking bigger.
Yeah, and I love that, and I wanted to point that out to people because people can kind of slide by that if you don't really pay attention to it or if they don't know you, right? So I wanted to kind of make that clear when you talked about the overstand, and I love that because it means that you're always looking for the blessing in the challenge so that you can move forward because it's always for a reason, right? So I love that. So continue.
Yes. So just fast forward, like even my guidance counselor was like, "You're not gonna be anything," and I'm just like, you know what? I'm dropping out of high school. I can't do this. I took myself to a vocational school where I learned how to find my way. I didn't realize that I was very indecisive. Like because I came from grade school and my upbringing was more like secluded. So when I got to this new vocational school, which was Job Corps, I came in and I'm like, oh my goodness, this is a lot to deal with. You have to pick a trade. You got to be around these people and you're in a secluded woods, like in the woods somewhere, away from my mother, which I was always, that's my security blanket. It was a lot for me. So I had to really grow up really fast in this schooling. It felt like kind of like jail. I haven't been in physical jail, but I feel like that's what it felt like. It was more like contained.
Confined. Yeah.
Confined.
Yeah.
Right. And you have to make quick decisions. Like, what trade do you want to be in? I'm like, I don't know. So I went through all these trades and I got to the last one. They were like, you got to pick something or you got to get out. Yeah. I'm like, well, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. And the last trade was business technology. Go figure. Business technology. And it was like, you have to wear shoes, you got to wear slacks. And I was like, what? Like, I didn't know anything about this. I usually wear sneakers, not just to this day, because now I wear heels all the time. But back then,
I don't think I've ever seen you in sneakers.
Right. So when I was in school, I had to make this decision to take business technology no matter what. Because I went to the painting trade, the cooking, everything. It was just, I did terrible in it. They was like, no, this is not for you. They was like, you got to pick this or you got to get out. And I wasn't going to come back home and tell my mother, I'm dropping out of Job Corps.
Right.
So I fast forward, I did the business technology. I put on the shoes and I got focused. Then it was so funny because this is where Miss Manifest comes in, right? So I'm on the computer. We're learning about Microsoft Suites, which is Microsoft Excel, Word, and Access, and all these different things. So it was crazy because I'm on the computer. I'm loving it. And my mother always said to get in computers, but I didn't know because I went to my schooling was around art, which is funny because I don't do art. But if you think about it, my mind is creative. That's how I'm able to creatively give people strategies so that they can manifest. So
and I mean, quick too. I just want to tell people that too. It's
right.
Quick. If you connect with this young lady and you need help with your dreams and goals, like that stuff just comes out. It comes out quick.
Effortlessly.
Yes.
So Microsoft Word, we all do dream boards, right? So I'm intentional. Back then, I was always taking Microsoft Word and using the internet and taking pictures and putting it on Microsoft Word, printing it out, cutting it out, and making my collages. That's a dream board back then. And I used to do this and I used to make myself happy by putting all of these happy things and happy pictures on this one paper. And I made this whole binder. I still have it to this day of all these collective images, right? Fast forward, I still use Microsoft Word to make my dream boards, which everybody should know what a dream board is. If they don't, it's basically collectively taking all of your dreams and goals, putting it into picture form because we think through pictures, putting it on the actual document and putting it in front of you. So you cut it out, once it prints out, you put it on a board and you look at it every day. and you manifest it. You say, I have these things on this paper. So back then, utilizing that one tool out of all the whole Job Corps, that's the most profound thing that stood out to me, is learning how to create a dream board. Because if I did not know how to do that, I would have never made the dream board to this day that actually 99% of it came true. And I do multiple dream boards every single year.
Wow. So now I want to talk a little bit about the dream board too, because I remember when I first met you and you were talking about your story too. And you always show, even on social media, that first dream board. I remember it's a big white board, and you had all these pictures on it, and you talk about how most of that stuff has come true. But when did it really click? Like you said, you started that in Job Corps, but when did it really click in? Because we start some things that we learn, but it doesn't always catch right away. So when did it click in for you? How long after you started that process did it really catch?
It was right above the time, I believe it has to be around 2012. And I was out of Job Corps. I had got my first job, and I was working at Dwayne Reed. Forward that, I started working on Wall Street and things of that nature, at a call center. I bumped into a young lady. Her name was Doris, and she invited me to an event with Legal Shield. Right, I already had the services, which is a network marketing company for attorneys. I had the services already, so when she invited me to the event, I was like, I have this already, and she was shocked. She was like, how do you have it? I was like, what, 18 years old, 21, something like that. And I had it. I always knew that I needed attorneys. I always knew I needed to have that for my mother, because my mother was older, and I know that I had to be more secure and more smarter as a young child. So fast forward, when I had realized about the dream boarding and all of these things, is when I was invited to that event. And I started reading good books. And the first book I ever read was it was Rich Dad Poor Dad, then it was The Secret. Right. So everybody knows I pumped this. I pray one day that I know that's going to happen. I'm going to meet Rhonda Byrne, because she changed my life. This book is amazing. This little book has literally manifested a lot of the things that I have right now. And it's all God. I feel like God always leads you to where you need to be at, and what things you need to read, and who you need to be around, and things of that nature. Everything's divine connection. So I had got this in 2012, and I read it. And that's when I started dream boarding. I learned how to dream board through The Secret. Okay. And that's when it clicked that, oh my goodness, I have all of these, great ideas, but I don't know where I'm going to get the people to help me get to where my dreams is. So I started showing up to business events from the network marketing facilities, I guess, that they had, like these big events, these huge events. It was like thousands of people. And I was just little old me, like, I'm going to be on stage one day, which I am now, and I had to keep believing, and not allowing my past to dictate my future.
That's right. Oh, I love it. So now, because we started this show off with, and we're going to go to commercial break, but I want you to think about this question, because we started this show off with, talking about the lottery and the ifs and the wins, right? I want you to think about what you tell people, and maybe even give us an example of somebody that you've already worked with where they just kept kind of putting things off, saying, if, circumstances were different, if I had more money, if, or when certain things happen, I'll be able to manifest my dreams. Think about, what you tell people in those cases. And we're going to go to a quick commercial break. We're going to come back, and Ms. Manifest is going to share. But I tell you guys, you are going to be blessed. So don't go anywhere, because you want to continue to hear this conversation, because we want you to start today in manifesting your dreams. So here we go. everybody. We are back. So, listen, I am not going to delay this conversation any longer. We've got Miss Manifest here. If you are just joining us today, we have Lori Crosby, Miss Manifest, here talking to us about how she started out and how she started doing dream boards, and how, when she did that very first dream board, how 90% of what has been on that dream board has come true. So you want to make sure that you stay tuned to this. If you are out there, you are dreaming, you are, wishing and hoping, or you've set some goals, but you just don't know how to get there, you want to make sure that you are listening to what Lori has to tell you about manifesting your dreams and your goals. So before we went to break, we asked the question of, what would you tell people who are just stuck on those if and whens and putting all of their goals and dreams to the side, waiting for certain things to happen before they get started? So I'll let you take that away, Lori.
Yes, I'm so excited about this question because this is one of the biggest questions that I get all the time. And I tell people, you have to live in the now. And I work on this every single day with myself and my mindset. It is not yesterday, it's not tomorrow, it's now. What's that one thing that you can do right now that's going to catapult your life? Write that down in your manifestation journal and allow the resources to come to you. I'm a firm believer that God sends all the resources you need, but you have to have undeniable faith. This is something so serious. People will be like, oh, I'm just waiting for this. I'm waiting for that. Oh, I got to get the logo. I got to do the website. I need the money. I need that. We're not doing none of that. We're getting started right now. We're taking action right now, this moment. And this is why a lot of people have success with me, because we stop all the fluff. I'm not saying that you shouldn't have your stuff together. Let me be clear. You should have your stuff together in due time, but get action plans started, meaning that you write it down, whatever question you have, whatever goal you have to do, without worrying about the how, the money, or none of that. Because when you have faith, that means there is no in between. You have the faith that it's going to be done regardless.
Yeah. And I was listening to TD Jakes. I always listen to TD Jakes, but I was listening to one in particular, and he was talking about, how people say, you can't have fear and have faith at the same time. And he said, what he said was, which was so key for me, but he was talking about how, yes, you'll have fear, but you do it anyway, because you stand on the faith knowing that it's coming, as you just said, right? So, yep, you do it fearfully, and that fear is lobbed on your faith, because you're just saying, okay, well, I'm scared, but I'm going to move forward anyway in faith. So I just love that you were talking about that. Just have that faith and continue to move forward. So we've got some comments here. She is an amazing woman. Thank you, Iris. She absolutely is. We have Facebook user here saying, when you have faith, there is no in between, period. That's right. And you have to just do it. Do it scared, do it afraid, do it fearfully. Just keep moving in faith. So we love that. Thank you, everybody out there, for the comments. So I'll let you continue to talk about how you just manifest those dreams. But I know you. So, and what I will say about this too is, she's so sweet, right? But when you're on these manifestation hours, she is like, nope, let's get it done. She will not let you sabotage yourself, and she will not let you bring in the excuses. So keep going, Lori, to tell people how they can continue to manifest.
Yeah, so I have two different personalities. I have the calm, out here where everything's peace. But when we on the calls, we know manifestation journal, write your things down. If you do not have your manifestation journal, you're missing out. These are very important. Anything you put into it will happen, right? I always talk, I feel like everything's energy. So anybody that touches these manifestation journals, everything comes true in the most energetic, positive way towards your purpose, right? That's how I feel like I'm in this world for, to be able to help people get in alignment based off of whatever God leads me to. I let God just wake me up in the AM, and I just move forward with that. So long story short, when you think about faith, right? Just learn these things, right? This one thing, fear, right? Fear stands for face everything and recover. Let's say it again. Fear stands for face everything and recover. Now, when you think about fear, also, you could also have the backside, which is F everything and run, or you could face everything and recover. So you just use those two acronyms and you will move forward in life very, very fast. So just base yourself off of the accountability of your mindset of believing in your own self. If you do not believe in yourself, you should be connecting with me so that I can help to believe in yourself, help you get in alignment, help you get the tools to success. This is important. So a lot of people that connect with me manifest within 24 hours. Because I used to have a monthly program. Every single week they used to jump on. We used to do these things. And I'm like, you know what? We need to do this faster. So I created a program that was a month long in 1 hour. How? Because I believe that it can happen. Does people have results? Yes. Have anybody touched the manifestation hour and haven't had success? Nobody. Every single person that comes to manifestation hour has had success. And it's like the receipts is one thing, but my belief is that it's undeniable because I have the faith in you guys that you could take over your life, get to your purpose, and live your best life that you ever manifested.
Yeah. I can remember talking to you when I was thinking about this transition, leaving my job, moving, everything was happening all at once. But I remember talking to you and I started manifesting about selling my house. And I was like, I'm going to get a full price offer, full close, at closing, everything is going to be full price. And it happened. And I was writing it down and I was saying it, and it happened all from talking to this beautiful young lady. And that's why I decided to just continue, making that transition. But, I believed, but when she was like, you got to write it down and you got to just say it and write it down. And let me tell you something, it happened. And it happened fast. It happened fast. I had an offer in 14 days on my house. So, and then I closed in like 60 days, but I had the offer and everything went through very smoothly. So I just wanted to mention something that actually, things that actually happen so people would know how this works. But that was from talking to you, and I believed, but I wasn't doing the other things. I wasn't speaking it and I wasn't writing it down. And then when she said that, I'm like, okay, everything is going in a book. By the way, I have my manifestation journal. So next commercial break, I'm going to bring that back and show that to everybody because I'm getting those good vibes and energy. Okay, but continue. But I wanted to just mention that because I wanted people to know that this is real. And I know sometimes when you're hearing coaches and mentors and they speak about their own story, that's fine. But people want to say, well, how does it apply to somebody else? So I wanted people to know that, yep, it does apply. It applies to me. It applies to you. It applies to everybody out there.
Oh my goodness. I'm so grateful, Tracy, for you sharing the story. I'm so grateful for everybody on this call. I'm so grateful for every single person that comes into my life, that I'm allowed to even touch your life with any positivity. You are amazing. I just want to speak to the gratitude into you guys and pass that energy because it starts with gratitude. And I had to learn that you have to be grateful for every single thing that you have in life. Even when you're going through the most hardest time in your life, you got to be grateful for that lesson and why you're going through that, because you're going to be strong and you're going to get through it. Once again, it comes back to faith. So I just want to thank you guys again. When it comes to literally writing your things down, you have to be precise. On my dream board, I put a bucket up there, a bucket with cleaning supplies, because I was manifesting a clean home all the time because I was very you would never believe this, probably, y'all. I was unorganized to the T. House was destroyed, like papers everywhere, not knowing that my mind was cluttered, and I had a big ability to have all these ideas come at the speed of light. So I used to write notes everywhere, and I didn't know how to control my my thought pattern. So I had all these papers all over the paper. Go ahead.
So I got to have a question in there.
Yes.
So you got to show some of the tools that you use now, because I've seen them. You even drive around with some of your tools, but you got to show some of the tools that you use, or you at least talk about them. That helps you to get organized, because that's probably a lot of people's problem. Just having things scattered, what you don't realize scatters your brain, scatters your energy, scatters your vibration. Like everything gets affected by, even the things that you're surrounded with in your home. So, yeah. Oh, Sharma, your bestie's out there saying she's the Facebook user.
My business bestie, Miss Self Love, she is one of the major tools that I carry in my pocket all day. Get yourself a business bestie, okay?
Yes.
This is serious.
And she will be here next week, everybody. So just so you know, Miss Self Love will be on next week, and you got to hear what she has to
say. My God.
As well.
That is the main tool. Like having an accountability person that you could talk to about business every single day and grow. She never allows me to fall. Every single time that I'm literally looking to just be like, all right, I'm gonna relax. She's like, no, what we doing next? We started this even with Tracy. We have a high frequency mastermind. We started this 2-3 years ago, and we stayed together, just having that accountability and creating the organization between all of us and staying committed to the challenges that we have in our businesses and in our life, as well as T as well. I'm gonna grab one thing so I can show you.
Yeah, absolutely. So everybody, Lori's grabbing her tools to show us what she uses to keep herself organized and manifesting. Thank you for joining, Tidra Martin. Oh, you guys got to hear Tidra speak too. She's absolutely amazing. She helps you get your life together, get your credit right, help you
Okay.
invest. So we got Tidra out there, but Lori's got her tools here, so we want her to show some of the things that she uses as she is manifesting. Let me tell you, this young lady's vibration is super high, so she
Yeah.
definitely is manifesting those things that she puts into place. So show us some of the tools that you have.
All
That will
right,
help.
y'all ready for this? This is my top secret. When I put secret, this is serious. All right, so I'm being very vulnerable right now. Okay, let's start. So everybody should have a purse that can hold your goals, right? I do not like to hear when somebody says, I can't carry my goals. I can't carry my bag. It's too heavy. Oh, a pen, a highlighter. You need these things. Because when you carry your goals, it shows the universe you're serious, right? So I make sure to get a cute, clear bag because my brain moves at the speed of light. So I need to be able to see through it. Got this. This was from Fashion Nova, right? It was like $12.
Wait, I just got to say this because she just said her brain moves at the speed of light. I absolutely love that. And I love that you applied that and made it into a clear bag as well.
Right, because I just look at it, I'd be like, oh, there's my eyelashes, there's my facial cream, there's my headphones. Not much to think about, right? Effortless, right? My wallet, I make sure everything's in its place. Put everything back. Let me tell you guys, make sure you have a portable charger. Because if you have a $1 billion idea and you have somebody calling you to help you with that $1 billion idea and you lose that phone call and you don't have a portable charger, it's a mess.
Yeah.
I've seen people lose deals because they don't have battery juice. I carry 2 of these, right? I carry pens, highlighters, my manifestation journal, right? Make sure you got your manifestation journal. With the manifestation journal, I also have an appointment book. How could I keep track of my 30 for 30, which is basically my ideas and my goals that I have to do for the month, if I don't have an appointment book? It's old school, but it's cute. This one says Goal Digger. You can get these from me. Yeah. This is the manifestation journal. I carry these. With a clarity pen, I don't know if you guys know what a clarity pen is. This means that your crown chakra, right here is your crown. This needs to be clear. This is why I pump getting the stuff out of here and putting it into a manifestation journal so you can make room. Because it's like a hard drive, right? When your computer is full, right, it starts to move slow. So when your mind is full, you start to move a little slower. Right. You got to keep it organized, okay? And, I work on this every day. I'm not perfect. Let's get this clear. So this comes with it also. So your manifestation journal, appointment book, and stuff in there. I also carry folders with whatever I'm working on. I label them. I already know what they are, but they usually have colors. Today, these is very important. Some of them is like expenses that is like due immediately within a week. So I carry that so I can get that done. And I create the income by saying I'm so happy and grateful that I get unexpected and expected income. And it pays it off every week. It just happens. And then this is something that I have to do. This is like something to do with my car. So I put everything in a folder for the car. Those are the 2 major things. I walk around with it so it can get done. Right? I make sure I have an umbrella. Because if it rains, nobody would like to be wet, and you have your goals. You got to stay dry, right? I drive, but I make sure umbrella's always in there. Right. That's what I carry. All right. Next thing, these 2 things is important. I also have another calendar on my tabletop of all my expenses that's coming out every single month. Sits right there. Can't forget. Because when your expenses get out of a wire, you get out of wire. If that makes any sense. Absolutely. We are computers. We're energy. We need to function at a state of calm. So the more we are able to see these things in front of us, we're good. I also keep this make today count of all the things that I need to do for the week on a whiteboard, on my table, literally. I look at it from Sunday to Saturday. I know what is going on, who clients I got to deal with, things of that nature right in front of me. I do my best to stay in alignment with that. So that's what I do. And then I also I have my dream board right there next to my table. See through. Everything is glass in my house for clarity. That's why the diamonds, clarity. My whole home is diamonds. Everything attracts that. So everything works in alignment. When I walk out the house, I walk out with my dreams. When I come back in the house, everything's in front of me. Yeah.
So I just want to mention something else too, because this is next level alignment. I'm not even there yet, but I love that you just said that because that just put me in the mind of something. But you just talked about everything being glass and diamonds, right? Because that's how you attract the energy, and but I just that you have everything aligned right? With your vibration, with your energy, with how you know you need to receive and give, right? Because this everything needs to flow. So I
Right.
love that you said that too. But I wanted people to catch that. Just a lot of times when people are speaking here, I gotta stop you because I'm like
Yes.
people need to hear this. They need to like really recognize what you're talking about here. So continue with some of the other tools that you have for us.
Yeah, and then one of the things is like, all right, so I have weave in my hair, right? I love my hair. I love protective hairstyles, so I do a lot of weave.
Mm-hmm.
Keep things in your bag that's going to leave any anxiety. So I made this little diamond thing that goes like across your head to hold it in place.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is something that's important. So whatever that thing that is important to you that you need to bring, like your car keys, your home, whatever tool it is, I don't know. I even walk around with a calculator because I'm always calculating numbers for people. I'm like, you could do that within 3 days, and I'll calculate it for them. Those two things is important. This little thing is like one of my things. So figure out what's your one thing that you need to carry to alleviate any issue. Maybe it's a selfie stick because maybe you going live a lot, but you don't have nobody to hold the phone. Maybe you want to take a picture. Maybe it's that selfie stick. So carry it around. Miss Self Love always tells me that. So we carry selfie sticks all day, every day. This is normal for us. You know, and people are like, why does it got all that stuff on it? And sometimes, I didn't always drive. I still would carry this walking. So there's no excuse. And then one of my amazing people in my life, T, came and said, why don't you get a pulley bag? So I started getting a pulley bag, like if I was going on trips. I am going on trips in my dreams. So I would carry it, and pull it, and then and my muscles would get bigger by carrying these bags. But when I put it in a pulley, I'm like, okay, now we're on our girly stuff. So it was cool. I felt like a flight attendant. I was always walking around, they was like, what's in that bag? My goals. And people would like to know about your goals. Oh, what goals you have? And then they start to help you. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. And then you never know like who you're meeting as you're talking about the things that you have, right? It attracts what you need from the universe, right? So it attracts things. So talk to us a little bit about, what you are currently manifesting. And then I want to hear from the people out there to maybe ask questions about what they're looking to manifest in their lives as well.
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited to talk about that. So I'm very precise. Going back to the bucket on my dream board too, that I had cleaning supplies and things of that nature. Just want to tap into that real quick. Be precise on your dream board. I put a bucket up there. I wanted to clean home because I was unorganized. Long story short, it attracted a cleaning business into my life, not a clean home. So I was cleaning homes. Literally. And now it's cool because, that's my business. So I clean the mind, body, and soul. So a lot of people don't know I have a cleaning business as well. So when they're manifesting, their home is clean and organized. And then I teach them how to manifest. So we've been doing that. We've been getting a lot of reviews on Yelp. So thank you for everybody also that's a part of my cleaning business that's helping me grow it. Jen is Ayomada, T, Miss Self Love, everybody that's in part of that cleaning business. It's like, I'm so happy about that. But be precise. I just want to say that because that bucket led me here, which is a good thing. But just let you know. Now as for what's the question you asked me? I'm sorry.
What are you currently manifesting?
Yes. So right now I'm doing my manifestation shop. I'm so excited about it. So I'm going to be asking you guys what you would like to see in the manifestation shop. Of course, my manifestation journals is going to be up there. The diamond clarity pens. I was even thinking about having some bling nails up there for you ladies. Things that I love is going to be in a manifestation shop because a lot of people are like, well, how did you get this? Or how did you get that? And I'm going to have it there so they'll be able to click it and get their things. I've been meditating on this. It's been happening. So I work with a young lady. She's going to help me get that in alignment. And two young ladies actually. And there's another thing too. Also, I'm going to have a Instagram shop where whatever I'm holding, they'll be able to click it and buy it as well. That's going to be another manifestation shop as well because it's going to be two type of shops. So I'm going to be not going to. It will happen. Everything is getting organized for that.
Okay.
So I'm just excited about that.
Yeah.
And a digital product is coming out. It's going to be an ebook letting you guys know how to manifest within an hour for my readers out there. So you just click it and it's going to be on audio as well as a book.
All right. I love it. So let's while I want everybody out there, if you have any questions about manifesting, you have something, on your heart and in your head and things that you've been dreaming about, and, maybe you have the goal, you don't have the goal, ask a question on how you want to manifest what it is that you are, envisioning, dreaming about. Just let us know. Ask the question. But while we are waiting for some questions to come in about some manifestation, talk to us about your podcast as well and how that's been helping people.
Oh man, the podcast. So there's a couple of people that was kind of being repetitive and utilizing my energy to ask me the same question over and over again. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't get frustrated. I get very, very resourceful, right? I'll figure out a way how I can disconnect from this energy in the most energetic way. Without disrespecting.
Okay, I gotta stop you again because I love when you start dropping these diamonds. I'm gonna say diamonds now, right? I love when you start dropping these diamonds. But she said, I don't get frustrated, I get resourceful. So she thinks about how she can make these tools for other people from, things that are coming from other people that may be repetitive or so. Go continue, but I had to stop you again.
Yes. So people look at podcasts as something like, oh, I'm just going to be training on my information, they could get paid and things of that nature. I look at it as energy vampire proof. Okay. If you don't know what an energy vampire is, it's those people that just naysayers. They just say, how you going to do this? How you going to do that? Oh, you on your 15th business? That's an energy vampire. It could be your spouse, your family, your friend. Those people are negative. If they bring your vibration down, they're an energy vampire. I'm sorry to say. And I just had to drop that gem because some people don't realize how important it is to know what a vampire looks like. It's not a vampire like in the movies. It could literally be your family member or somebody you love dearly. And you have to disconnect in the most energetic way. Anyways, podcast. So when somebody asks us a question like, hey, how can I start my business? And I'm like, well, you start your business by starting it. You ask questions. I help you get to the alignment that you should be on. And they're like, next day, oh, I don't know what to do to start my business. I'm like, write down what it is that you think you want to do or your goal is to do. Nothing. They don't move. All right. So now create a action podcast. How to take action on your business now. And I will drop them gems. I'll put all the frustration in it because it's like sometimes you look into people more than what they see in themselves, right? And you have that best friend or you have those type of people around you that they could get this thing done, but they just procrastinating or they just draining you because they want you to do it, right? They desire for you to do it for them. So what I do is create a podcast, and guess what? It helps thousands of people because it's the same thing that's running through a lot of people's heads. And in turn, that takes away from me. I'm like, here's a podcast. Take notes, send it back to me. That's my favorite line. And they take the notes and send it back to me. And if they ask me again, I send them the podcast again. You send me this. You missed a nugget. Listen to it again.
And I love that it's a resource there for people to continue to go back to as well, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And get paid.
Saves you time and energy also.
This is important. If anybody on here needs to have their podcast reevaluated, myself and Miss Self Love have a podcast training. And we help people excel through their podcast. Some people don't even have a business and have a podcast already and they're getting paid, which is pretty dope. So take advantage of that. If you're interested in it, just put podcast in the comments.
Yeah. Everybody make sure that you do that. Make sure that you put podcasts in the comments. So before we have about 10 minutes. Okay. So give us some key highlights people need for them to start manifesting today. I know.
Yes. Thank you. You need energy. If you don't have energy, get into the manifestation. I will borrow my energy for an hour so you could utilize that so that you could attract the things that you are desiring in your life. That's one. Manifestation hour is on Sunday. I have the advanced class on Monday for entrepreneurs as well. If you are looking to be a VIP manifestation hour attendee, that means you get access to all of the manifestation hours for the whole year. I have a special for that too. And we have a couple of people that signed up for that, which is dope. And they have excelled and made that money back ready already. Like, it's pretty dope. So number one, you must meditate every AM, right? If you miss a day, just start the next day. Listen, meditation is important. If you do not know how to meditate, you should be in a manifestation hour. I started a manifestation picnic downtown in Manhattan. It was a tourist attraction. It's pretty dope. I'm doing it every single year. You sit down, you meditate. I teach you how to do it. But if you're not in front of me or you're not in New York, I can do it through Zoom and help you. You sit down, you close your eyes. I send you a manifestation meditation and you go through it for 13 minutes. Every single AM, you go and then you write down whatever you saw in your manifestation journal. So meditate, write in your manifestation journal what you've seen. 9 times out of 10, your inner self is your higher self speaking to you. That means that person that you are looking to be, that you're desiring to be, is speaking to yourself, right? God gives us these talents to literally have these amazing ideas, and we know when it's the right thing because it feels good. If it's bad, we're going to have an adverse reaction. It's going to be like, oh, I don't know. And then don't misinterpret what I'm saying. I'm not saying the fears is what's keeping you from getting to whatever it is that you need to get to. Your inner self, if it's a negative feeling like, oh, go get all these drugs and sell them. Like, you would know that's the common sense that's not good. You have to go with the inner self, your positivity to be able to move forward. So whatever you hear, you put down into here.
Yeah. And there is something to say about that gut feeling, that gut feeling that people talk about. And scientifically, so I'm going to go into that just a little bit. Scientifically, right, there is something to your gut. Your gut has a brain, just like your head has a brain, and your heart has a brain, and all of that is connected. So scientifically, that gut feeling is what Lori's talking about, that higher self that's coming in from there. So it's not just people saying, oh, you got intuition. No, it really is happening. That gut feeling, your gut brain is talking to you. So
right. Thank you for that's important, and keeping that clear. That's why it's called it's a sacral chakra. So keep your chakras aligned. So go to YouTube, look up how to align my chakras. That's what you look up. How to align my chakras is going to help you from your crown all the way down to your feet. So you meditate, you put it into your manifestation journal. Make sure every night that you're working on your 30 for 30. I teach this in the actual manifestation hour, how to get your dreams and goals on a piece of paper and how to manifest. So this is something that's important. Why it's important to connect to me is basically it's called osmosis. Whoever connects with me creates that energy. So together, everybody in the group has literally manifested over $200,000 within a couple of months. Why? Because we use osmosis energy. So that means that everybody that's doing collectively amazing, you're the next one. It's very important. So whatever dreams and goals we're working on in the group, we're literally growing together. And everybody has manifested their dreams and goals, or they're literally in next, what is it, what do you call it? Like in alignment to be next.
In alignment.
Right. So if you show up to the manifestation hours, now if you're sitting on the sideline, you're watching everybody in the manifestation hour, you're gonna have success, but not as much because you need the osmosis and the accountability and the energy.
Yeah.
That's important.
And
please write your gratitudes.
Yeah.
Before you even meditate, you should write your gratitudes, what you're grateful for.
Yeah.
Especially what you complain about.
Yeah. I would say do that morning and night.
Morning and night.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you want to end your day with that too.
That is true.
Yeah.
Listen to Tracy. Both.
So let's tell everybody how they can reach you. Where can they get in touch with you?
Yes, so I have my Facebook, which is here, Lori Crosby, LORICROSBY. And that's my Facebook. I give motivational quotes. I go live and I do manifestation readings, which is pretty dope. And they're not tarot readings, they're manifestation readings. I do it every Sunday. And during the week, I do bonuses. And I also do personal. So basically, it's just a card reading on what you should focus on next with your purpose. They're just positive cards. They're not tarot, just positive cards. And also on Instagram is the THEREAL Miss Manifest, MS Manifest. Instagram, I'm really focusing on putting positive vibrations out there. People ask me questions under my posts. I give a lot of manifestation information there on how to manifest, and it's pretty cool.
Give me that one again for Instagram.
Yep, the Real Miss Manifest. THEREAL Miss MS Manifest.
Okay.
And I'm dropping a whole amazing text community osmosis this month coming up. Tomorrow is the first of the month, so make sure you get in your manifestation hour. The manifestation hour is this Sunday, so you would like to, how you end the month is how you start the next month. So I have the text community is 347-584-8465. You can just text that you saw me on this live, and you can speak to me directly. That's my actual phone number. You can text me only.
Let's make sure this is correct.
347-584-8465.
Okay.
Yep. And that's how you find me during that. So I'm going to be doing amazing things in there, giving you guys one-on-one through the text community. So one-on-one means that you're able to speak to me, ask me a question, and I give you information back. And you also know when I'm going live. You find out all the details of any special products come out first. This is a VIP soon. It will be a membership. So once it hits a cap of a certain amount of people, I have to charge for it because it's getting really, really big right now. So I want to thank everybody that's allowing me to grow, because while I'm growing, you're growing at the same time. It's a whole tag team dream.
Yeah.
I coined that. Tag team dream.
Yeah. And you notice how she doesn't leave any stone unturned, right? So you said this earlier, right? You turn your frustration into a resource. So I'm sure that's how the text community came about.
Yes, everybody was writing me well. It was a lot of messages.
Yeah.
I was like, if you're serious, get on here.
Yeah. And I would say, if you learn anything today, right? Take a page from Lori, right? And learn how to turn your challenges into blessings. Be resourceful. Don't get frustrated. Figure out how you can make things better based on the things that you've been challenged with. And I don't say struggle, but challenge, right? Because the struggle, it seems like you're going to stay there. With the challenge, you figure it out, you get over it, and you do something different. But everything, there's a lesson and a blessing. And you want to make sure that you are getting through that so that you can move towards everything that is meant for you to have in this life. So I love what Lori does and how she kind of turns things around. And you'll see if you connect with her, you want to make sure that you do, because you will see that when you speak to her in a manifestation hour, she's going to put you to task. That's number one. But she's always going to give you some ideas on how to turn that around. So if you're speaking negatively, if you're procrastinating, whatever that is, she's going to give you some tools for you to be able to turn things over. So I just wanted to mention that as well. You want to make sure that you are connecting with her. I'm going to put up her information once again so that you can reach out to her either on Facebook as Lori Crosby or on Instagram as The Real Miss Manifest. You want to make sure that you do the text community at 347-584-8465. Make sure that you connect with this beautiful young lady. So it has been absolutely amazing. So if you had to do, one last word, what would that be?
Well, once again, I just want to thank everybody for, being on this platform. Also, I didn't get a chance to thank Nikki. Thank you, Nikki, she's like image. Everything is image with her. So I thank her for believing in me and making sure that I went live and did these manifestation readings so I could be here today. And Miss Self Love, T, Tracy, my whole team, Mike. Everybody knows that if you're in the manifestation hour, I thank you. I made a whole podcast and I labeled every single person. I thank them by name on my podcast. If you haven't listened to that, listen to that. The last thing I'm going to drop is make sure you grab a pen right now. This is big. This is my top secret strategy, right, for manifesting. So what you're going to write is, you can replay this later, but I'm going to say it clear. Write it down, put a date on it, list the obstacles you have to overcome, identify the groups, people, and organizations you need to work with, set that time frame in there, and consider it done. And that's how you manifest.
I love that. So I'm going to put that in the page, on the Whole Living page. But everybody, you can always go back and watch these episodes either on the Whole Living page or on E360 TV. You can find us on Roku, Amazon Fire Stick, Android TV, Apple TV, and there is even a mobile app. So there is no excuse. If you're mobile like Lori and you got your bag and you're ready to go, make sure you get the app on your phone. You can go back and you can watch this and you can get all the nuggets that you need to get, and you can replay however many times you want, because we are on demand, everybody. E360 TV. So make sure that you connect with us and go back. You want to make sure that you are going back to look at this, because sometimes you don't get everything while people are speaking. But this is why technology is so great. You can go back and you can write down more notes and figure it out and get out there and start manifesting today. Lori, I absolutely love you. I thank you for being here, being a guest, and just giving all this good energy. And thank you for, just getting up and doing what you do. Being yourself and bringing all that positive energy. And even Sick, everybody, I just have to mention that again. She got on here and she did her thing and she poured into everybody here. So we love you. Make sure that you catch us again, everybody. Next week, we will have Miss Self Love on here at 10 a.m. on Wednesday. We appreciate you all. We love you. And we will see you next week here on The Whole Living Show.